So what causes damage to the arterial wall? The arterial wall is made up of little endothelium cells, and they get damaged quite easily. So environmental poisons, chemicals, damage the cells. Cigarette smoke. In fact, in a cigarette there's 4,000 chemicals, more chemicals. Chemicals in clothing, chemicals in laundry detergents, chemicals in food. They're all coming in, contributing to the damage. What also damages is mercury. Mercury is a neurotoxin. It can damage the arterial walls.
Many of us may not realise that certain daily practices can significantly impact our well-being over time. For instance, studies show that nearly 70% of chronic diseases are linked to lifestyle choices, including poor diet, lack of exercise, and insufficient sleep. In this video, we'll discuss some of the most common harmful habits, backed by research, and provide practical advice on how to break free from them.
Can you mix fruit and vegetables? That is a question that brings confusion into many circles. Scientifically, mixing fruit and vegetables can cause a little bit of a war in the stomach. So why? What is the reason for this? One of the reasons is that fruit is high in sugars, high in fibre and low in minerals, whereas vegetables are high in fibre, high in minerals and low in sugars. So the different sugar content has a different effect in digestion. There is a group of fruits that are more savoury. You might be familiar with them because the classification of a fruit is that it has its seed in it. So we certainly know that your grapes, your watermelons, your pears, your apples, your peaches has its seed in it, and even the berries, like your strawberries and your raspberries, have the little seed on the outside. And banana has that little tiny seed in it. So they're your definite fruits. And they are high in sugars. So let's go over to your vegetables. There are your absolute vegetables. You like all your root vegetables and all your things like celery. I guess that's a more leafy vegetable. You've got broccoli, cauliflower, beans, but then the bean has a seed in it. What about pumpkin? What about squash? What about cucumber? What about tomato? Yes, they have seed in it, so they are actually a fruit, but they're a savoury fruit. So that class of vegetables that has its seed in it, which is avocado, which is your lemon, which also is cucumber, aubergine or eggplant, zucchini, squash, they have their seed in it, but they are more a savoury fruit. As a savoury fruit, they can actually cross the board to either way. So that group of savoury fruits, they can go with your fruits or they can go with your vegetables because of their low sweet content. There is a writer, a very famous writer. In fact, her fame is she's written, I think, more books than any other woman author, and her name is Ellen White, and she wrote extensively on health in the mid-1800s, and a lot of her writings are proving to be true today, and she also advocating not mixing fruit and vegetables at the same meal. As you can see, the savoury group can go either way, and that is good to know. What we have found is that when people have a compromised health state, as in a yeast problem or cancer or diabetes or wanting to lose weight, they're best to ease away from the sweet fruits and go more to your vegetables and your more savoury fruits. So the fruits and vegetables are best kept apart. It's not an absolute. Sometimes people with really cast iron digestions, I don't know if there are many of them around anymore, they seem to handle it a bit, and some people say, well, it causes no problem with me, but they might find if they continued to mix them that eventually it would cause a problem. So look after that body. In fact, Ellen White says we need to show respect for the delicate organs of digestion, and showing respect means not eating between meals, not drinking with your meals, and ideally keeping your fruits and your vegetables separate.
Mixing fruits and vegetables in meals may seem harmless, but it can pose several digestive challenges that some people may not realise. One of the primary dangers of combining them is the potential for digestive distress. Since fruits are generally quicker to digest than vegetables, when consumed together, fruits can ferment in the stomach while waiting for the slower digesting vegetables. This fermentation can lead to gas, bloating, and discomfort. Additionally, mixing sweet fruits with starchy vegetables can create an imbalance in digestion. For example, the sugars in fruits can interfere with the breakdown of starches, leading to improper digestion and nutrient absorption. This imbalance can be particularly problematic for individuals with existing digestive issues, such as irritable bowel syndrome or those recovering from surgery, as it may exacerbate symptoms. Another risk is the impact on blood sugar levels. Combining high sugar fruits with starchy vegetables can cause spikes in blood sugar, which can be especially concerning for individuals with diabetes or insulin resistance. Properly managing carbohydrate intake is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar levels, and mixing these food groups can complicate that balance. Moreover, the nutritional benefits of fruits and vegetables can be diminished when they are mixed indiscriminately. Different foods contain varying enzymes and compounds that can interact in ways that hinder nutrient absorption. For example, certain nutrients in vegetables, like iron, require an acidic environment for optimal absorption, which may be disrupted by the presence of sugar-rich fruits.
So 2 quarts is 8 cups. So that's 10 glasses, 8-ounce glasses of water a day is lost out of the body. And we have no reserve tank on the back, do we? The only water that's going in is the water we take in. So we should be drinking at least 2 quarts a day. At least, more if possible. Now at the moment, because you're having a steam sauna every day, I wouldn't be surprised if you've got a 0.8 of a quart loss coming out of your skin because you perspire profusely. The other half can come in your fruits and your vegetables, maybe your herb teas, vegetable juice through the day. So that's how much water we need. And Dr. Batman Gehalde, he showed that the first place that we feel that water loss, if we're not replacing the water, the body goes into a form of drought management. And it releases a hormone to manage this drought management. It's called histamine. And if someone has an allergic response to something, what are they given? Antihistamines. You know the best antihistamine is just water. So the first place that water is taken from to try and maintain full blood volume in the veins and arteries is the lining of the stomach. We have a thick mucosal wall lining the stomach, and so now we've got a very thin mucosal wall. Now in that mucosal wall there's sodium bicarbonate, and the sodium bicarbonate is in the mucosal wall to neutralise any stomach acid that might try and get through, and basically protect against stomach ulcers. So what is a stomach ulcer? It's basically a breakdown of the tissues. Now let me give you a scenario here. It was probably about maybe 20 years ago, a couple of Australian doctors in Western Australia discovered that Helicobacter pylori caused stomach ulcers. You've heard of that theory? They even put Helicobacter pylori bacteria into some people's stomach and got stomach ulcers. So we had a man do our program from South Africa, and he and his wife came. He was not interested in being at our retreat, but his wife had paid the full amount, so he came, reluctantly. And when I'm talking to him, he's about 57, he did not want to answer my question. He answered them abruptly and shortly. He wasn't annoyed at me. I know he was annoyed at his wife that he was even there. I said to him, "Do you drink water?" "Yep, 2 litres a day." So I just moved on from that. I didn't ask any more questions. I said, "Are you on any medication?" He said, "Yes, I'm on a different antibiotic every month to kill the Helicobacter pylori in my stomach because I have had stomach problems for 25 years. I've been all over the world." So the latest thing he was trying was antibiotics because they found he had Helicobacter in his stomach. I said, "Oh, how long have you been on this program?" He said, 4 months. So he's had 4 doses of Helicobacter pylori, and guess what? It's still there and he's still got the stomach pain. I said, are you interested in trying an alternative to your medication? He said, no, I'm very happy with my medication. Thank you very much. And I always give everyone respect. I respect everyone's choices. Isn't that our God-given right? Absolutely. I just said, and I left it there. Now, after the first lecture where I talked about the body's ability to heal itself, so that we have a problem, we should be looking at how the body heals and work with it. He and his wife, and she was on the medication too, they came straight up to me. He said, that made more sense than anything I've ever heard. I'm willing to do what you suggest. I said to him, I have no authority over your medication. But I said, if it was me, I would cease it because it hasn't worked so far, and I would try the herbs that I suggest. He said, I'm willing. So what I did was I gave him a herb called slippery elm, which coats and soothes the lining of the gut. He did our basic program, 2 days on juices, and we encouraged people, of course, to drink water between every juice. At the end of the week, I had a very happy man in front of me. He was eager to tell me something. I said, yes. He said, I've had no stomach for 2 days, first time in 25 years. I said, that's good news. And he said, and I've worked out the problem. To me, that was even better news. Because who's the doctor? We are. We are. I said, what was the problem? He said, I was drinking nothing between meals, and I was drinking almost a whole litre of water with every meal.
Drinking liquids during or immediately after meals can lead to various digestive issues and health concerns that many may overlook. One of the main dangers is that consuming large amounts of liquids can dilute stomach acids and digestive enzymes, which are essential for breaking down food. This dilution can impair the body's ability to properly digest and absorb nutrients, potentially leading to nutrient deficiencies over time. When the digestive process is compromised, it can result in undigested food particles that ferment in the gut, causing gas, bloating, and discomfort. Moreover, drinking with meals can create a feeling of fullness, which may lead to overeating. When individuals drink a significant amount of liquid while eating, they might not realize they are consuming more food than necessary. This can contribute to weight gain and digestive stress, particularly if the meals are high in calories or fat. Another concern is the potential impact on gastric emptying. When liquids are consumed with solid food, the stomach may take longer to empty, leading to prolonged fullness. This delay can cause discomfort and may lead to acid reflux or heartburn, as the contents of the stomach are kept in the upper digestive tract longer than ideal. Additionally, drinking cold liquids during meals can further slow digestion. Cold temperatures can constrict blood vessels and slow down the digestive process, making it harder for the body to break down food efficiently. This effect can also hinder the body's natural ability to absorb nutrients properly. It's important to consider the type of beverages consumed as well. Sugary drinks, sodas and juices can lead to spikes in blood sugar levels and contribute to weight gain, while caffeinated beverages may exacerbate digestive issues for some individuals. For optimal digestion, many health experts recommend waiting at least 30 minutes after eating to drink fluids. This approach allows the body to focus on the digestive process without interference, promoting better nutrient absorption and overall digestive health. Listening to your body's signals regarding thirst and hunger can lead to healthier eating habits and improved digestive function.
Teenage son, and when I investigated as to the teenage son, he was on technology till midnight every night. So when you're watching this technology and then turn it off and go to sleep, can you sleep? No, that's why you've got to start winding down, have soft lights, and ideally, if you're going to watch anything of an evening, make it on the television. It's the close-up screens that are the worst. See, the sunshine has blue light, and on our retina we've got receptor sites for blue light, and that blue light helps our brain function. Also helps with, of course, the resetting the body clock. And devices have blue light, but it's not the same frequency as the sunlight. But it's similar enough so that if you look at your phone in the middle of the night, that blue light gives a message to the brain that says, wake up, daytime. So the worst thing you can do if you can't sleep is look at your phone. So get the phone out of the bedroom. Because I live in Australia, so Australia right now is probably about, trying to think what time it would be, I don't know, about the middle of the day, I think, in Australia now. Just guessing, I'm not quite sure. Australia wakes up probably our 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So because I live in Australia and I've got WhatsApp and all my family's on WhatsApp, I put my phone on silent every night. Otherwise, in the other room, I hear bing, bing, bing. And of course, when you hear bing, what do we want to do? We want to go and have a look. So put it on silent and charge them in the next room. It's very important to have rules in the homes.
Bad sleeping habits, particularly those involving smartphone use before bed, can have significant negative effects on both physical and mental health. One of the most pressing issues is the impact of blue light emitted by smartphones and other screens. Exposure to blue light in the evening can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. Reduced melatonin levels can make it harder to fall asleep and lead to poor sleep quality, resulting in increased fatigue and decreased alertness the following day. Sleeping with a smartphone nearby can also lead to disrupted sleep patterns. Notifications, alerts, and the temptation to check messages can interrupt sleep cycles, preventing individuals from reaching the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. This fragmentation of sleep can lead to a cumulative sleep deficit, which has been linked to various health issues, including obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and impaired cognitive function. Moreover, using a smartphone in bed can contribute to increased stress and anxiety. Engaging with social media or consuming distressing news can elevate stress levels, making it difficult to relax and wind down before sleep. The constant connectivity can create a sense of urgency or obligation to stay engaged, which can lead to prolonged screen time and difficulties in disengaging from work or social obligations. Another danger of poor sleeping habits is the potential for developing a reliance on technology for relaxation. Many individuals use their smartphones as a means to unwind, whether through scrolling, gaming, or watching videos. However, this behaviour can create a conditioned response, making it increasingly difficult to fall asleep without the presence of a screen, further perpetuating bad sleeping habits.
So we're going to go first of all to the stomach. And how would someone know if they had low hydrochloric acid? I have never met anyone with too much hydrochloric acid. Some people say, I've got too much acid. I say, how do you know? They say, well, it keeps coming up. Well, the problem's not the acid. The problem's a little gate. Now, this little gate here is called the cardiac sphincter because of its relationship to the heart. And it's a muscle. And basically it looks like this. There's the muscle. And when it's relaxed, it's closed. And when it tightens, it opens. And it tightens when you're eating food to allow the food in there. Now, if when the food's in there, it's opening, there's a malfunction. Why would there be a malfunction? If someone's really stressed out and all their muscles are tightening, can you see that? Little muscle will open. But one of the main reasons is that people are eating late at night. And let's have a look at the stomach when you're lying down. When you're lying down, the stomach's like this, and let's say the stomach's full of food, and because of gravity, that's what it looks like. And so what happens is it pushes against the cardiac sphincter, weakening it. So the two main causes of reflux or heartburn is weakening the muscle through stress and weakening the muscle through having a large evening meal. Now, I believe that in a well-hydrated, well-slept, well-exercised, well-mineralised body, that body copes with stress. But when a person's dehydrated, they haven't slept well, they're not eating nourishing food, they're not handling stress. We all have stress. And I don't think stress causes a problem, but it can be the final thing on a whole lot of other little things that can cause the scales to tip. So how do you heal reflux? Have a breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and tea like a pauper. What's tea like a pauper? Tea like a pauper would be a bowl of soup. Or tea like a pauper might be a banana, or it might be an avocado. And if someone's quite hungry because they didn't get a good lunch, they might have 2 bowls of soup, or they might have a bowl of steamed vegetables with a little olive oil and Celtic salt. Those things digest quite easily. Or another evening meal that is light is a smoothie. A smoothie blended up can be digested quite quickly. So the other thing that you can do to help reflux is take magnesium. Now, magnesium is a muscle relaxant. So magnesium will relax that cardiac sphincter so that it will close. So the dosage for someone who has reflux would be 500 milligrams of ideally magnesium citrate, which is the most absorbable form of magnesium, and they would have that dose 3 times a day with each meal and also just before bed. So that's 2,000 milligrams over the day. Now, that's not forever, that's just until the problem heals.
Eating a large meal before sleep can pose several dangers that negatively impact health and sleep quality. One of the primary concerns is digestive discomfort. When a significant amount of food is consumed shortly before bedtime, the body may struggle to digest it properly while lying down. This can lead to symptoms like bloating, indigestion, and heartburn, which can make it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep throughout the night. The horizontal position can exacerbate acid reflux, as stomach acids can more easily travel back up the esophagus when lying flat. Another danger of consuming large meals before sleep is the impact on sleep quality. Heavy meals often contain high amounts of fat and protein, which take longer to digest. This extended digestion process can keep the body in a more active state, making it harder to relax and enter the deeper stages of sleep that are essential for recovery and restoration. As a result, individuals may experience a restless night, leading to feelings of fatigue and grogginess the following day. Moreover, large meals can influence metabolic processes. Eating late at night can disrupt the body's circadian rhythm, which regulates various physiological processes, including metabolism. This disruption can lead to weight gain over time, as late-night eating has been associated with increased calorie intake and altered fat storage. When the body is not able to efficiently process food due to inactivity during sleep, it may store more calories as fat, contributing to obesity and other metabolic disorders. For these reasons, it is advisable to keep evening meals light. A lighter dinner can promote better digestion and reduce the risk of discomfort during sleep. Foods that are easy to digest, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, are preferable. These foods provide essential nutrients without overloading the digestive system. Additionally, a light meal allows the body to transition smoothly into rest mode, facilitating better sleep quality and improving overall health. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the dangerous habits that can harm your health. I hope this information encourages you to reflect on your daily choices and consider making positive changes. Remember, even small adjustments can lead to significant improvements over time. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time for more insights on living a healthier life.